So today is the day that I'm going to attempt to go most of the day without having any kind of bread, pasta, or rice. Every food has carbs in it, you know. Well, mostly, even if it's just 1 gram. But by the end of the day, when I'm about to have my last meal of the day, there's gonna be carbs on there, and I'm expecting it to be lower than 30%, probably about 20% or less. Um, if I can eat something like a waffle or a piece of bread before I go to bed today, that will be an accomplishment for me. However, I'm gonna just look at how I feel, and maybe I won't even feel like I need it, you know. Just depends. If I can make it through this day and not feel like I need to binge or anything like that, then I'll try it again the next day and see where it goes from there.
Not eating bread in the morning, it makes you feel like you're hanging off the side of a cliff. It's a fear or anxiety that comes over you, like you feel like you're not going to be okay. Like it's so unnatural because this is how we were raised. When I say it's so unnatural, I'm not saying that it's wrong, but what I'm saying is that we are from childhood um, fed bread, cereals, pastries and things like that in the morning. So when you don't have that, you feel like you're like disrupting your identity, and it may not seem that deep, but you try it. Try it. Try to go a day without eating any bread, any rice, any pasta or anything like that. No waffles, no donuts, no none of that. And you literally will probably feel like you're dying. If not that first day, by the second day, you're gonna feel like you're dying. And for 2 weeks, you'll feel like you're dying because we are just hooked on carbs like that. That it's really a stronghold over me. And I feel like if I overcome this, I feel like I can overcome anything because this is the biggest struggle. Last time when I did it and I cut out a lot because I was eating a lot, I went, through a few weeks of just feeling like I was just wandering in the dark. But then when you get past that, everybody says it. Like if you read articles about it, everybody says the same thing. Once you get past that part, you're fine. But you just gotta get past the first couple of weeks. Now that I'm like cutting mostly, like almost all of my carbs out, yeah, it feels the same way. And the only difference now is that I'm mentally stronger than I was when I did it before. So I have a better attitude. I'm not walking around here upset and cranky and all of that because I haven't had it. Like I know what the outcome is going to be. I have seen the promised land, so I can handle it. But it doesn't mean that it's easy or that it doesn't hurt. This morning I had leftovers. So that was a salad with mushrooms and bits of corn with salmon and yams. And so that came up to be about 550 calories. I checked my macros, and my macros was at 30% for carbs. Now, I'm surprised and I'm not. I'm surprised because that seems pretty high, seeing as I didn't have any bread or anything. But I did have the yams, and I knew partially that they have a lot of carbs in it, but I didn't really measure that out. So after I ate that, I felt full. I felt good. I didn't feel like I was lacking anything. I had to change my ring. I had to put on my old ring because my other ring was so big on me now. It was like slipping off. So my old ring. It's so surprising that with
just eating vegetables and things that the carb level can be that high. So that's teaching me why I kept struggling to manage the carb level. That's because I was eating the carbs, but also eating high carb vegetables too, on top of that. So now I have to be mindful of that. Now, who knows now? Now the game has changed. Who knows if I'm going to be able to have my slice of bread tonight? Yesterday I did exercise. I got up and danced and things. So I got a bit of exercise in, but I did drop another pound. So that means I'm like 5 pounds down now. 5 pounds. 5 pounds in like less than 2 weeks. That's what happens when you drastically cut carbs. But you have to be at a level where you're ready to take it there. Because if you're not ready to go paleo, then once you go paleo, like you're going to be panicking and you may lose the weight at first and then you go back to eating again like you used to. I was almost paleo anyway from the beginning, staying away from high in carb foods, and then also with no dairy and no artificial sweeteners. So I didn't even really know that's what paleo was until I really dug deep into it and saw what it was. And so I'm not claiming that. I'm just eating healthy. And for me, I'm lactose intolerant, so I need to stay away from dairies. I don't believe in artificial sweeteners. I feel like it's poison, so I don't go with that. And now I need to reduce my carbs drastically because it's keeping my weight up. So this is going to be lunch. 4 strawberries, last night's salad, and tea. I usually don't ever have ranch dressing, but I'm just getting so sick and tired of Italian. I've only been having Italian for forever. And the crackers, I only have one cracker, 1 wheat cracker that I broke over it. So, as a side note, there's something else I wanted to say. You cannot trust all of these nutritional charts that are put out there. Last night I was looking at some charts. You know how they post charts like on Facebook or whatever. It says this is good for your eyes, or this is good for detox, or this is, you can't buy into all that. Well, I already knew that. So I was looking up like some low carb, high fat foods, vegetables or whatever. And it was putting things on a list that I know are high carb, or or lower protein, and it just wasn't adding up. So I started checking behind some of these charts with my calorie counter and protein and macro counters, and found out that a lot of these charts on the internet are not really factual. I don't know where these people get their information from or who's making them. And when I say, I'm not talking about infographic charts. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about, when someone posts a page, a picture with a variety of different vegetables or fruits or whatever, and say it's good for something, or it's low carb or low fat or something like that. Check behind that. Do not just accept that. So for dinner, it's gone. Okay, so I had Kung Pao chicken and about 2 cups of veggies. The only reason why you see bits and pieces of rice is because I had to scoop my kids' rice out. But anyway, I feel like I've been on a fast this entire time. There are times today that I felt like binging. I really, really did. I even ate dinner early. It's pretty early for dinner. It's about after 4, but I just couldn't take it anymore. And right now, I honestly don't feel satisfied, even though, and I have 80 calories left. So I can either exercise or something, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Some of this process does suck, but I've strayed so far away from where I should be as far as my health. This is the reason why it's such a sacrifice and it hurts so much getting to where I need to be. And if I would have never had done that, then I wouldn't be in this position. But I'm so grateful for where I am right now. At the end of the day, as much as it may feel uncomfortable right now, I know that will pass. And I just love the person that I've become. The way I'm eating and the way I'm living really reflects that I love myself. And that is priceless.